Hi there, interested or curious parties. Welcome to the CSI Service video. Come inside and we'll show you just what we do here and how it can help you. Doors locked. Here we are in CSI HQ, the Wellington office, where all the big decisions are made. Just chuck it into a whip transition and I'll see you upstairs. This is Jeff, and this is Daniel. We'll talk to them later, but first, let's say hi to Marie.
Hi, I look after the accounts and make sure all the team gets paid. I'm also in charge of the chocolate fish.
Right, let's introduce Hazel.
Hi, I work in administration support. I maintain all the database and make sure all the records are complete.
And here's Jeff again.
Hi, I'm Jeff. I look after all the pricing here at CSI, so if you have any queries regarding a price on a project, just make an application on the website and we'll get back in touch.
Oh, it's Tim.
My name's Tim. I help out with the marketing here at CSI, marketing consultant, making sure that our customers know what we're doing and keeping those crayons nice and sharp.
And now, let's meet our resident mechatronic engineer, Jerome.
I'm Jerome. I stare at squiggles on a screen and try to divine their meaning.
Now that we've met the office, let's talk about our services. Let's start with corrosion. We all know that when you have steel, you have iron, and given enough moisture and oxygen, that iron is going to rust. The trouble is, when you have that iron embedded in concrete, the rust takes up more room than the non-oxidized form of the steel. See, look at that. You get spalling and cracking. I know it's a horribly low cover, so you can expect that. What we do to help that is to use one of these. This is a zinc anode, and what the zinc anode does, it reduces the iron to prevent it from forming iron oxide and therefore rust. All you need is continuous reinforcement and a solid connection. So we've talked about how you control corrosion, but how do you find it in the first place? Well, CSI have a few methods. You can look at it, this is corroded, or you can scan for it. See, if the rebar cover's too low, you run the risk of corroding rebar. You can also take a look at the concrete. Is it carbonated? Is the chloride ion content too high? There's also another method, half-cell testing. Half-cell is a testing method CSI used to determine the susceptibility of uncoated reinforcing to rust. By measuring the electrical potential at intervals, we can help quantify the rate at which rust can occur. If you have piles, whether they be cast in place or driven concrete or timber, CSI can use pile integrity testing to assess their condition. I'll hand you on to Curtis. Curtis?
Oh, you snuck up on me there. I'm just having a look at some of our testing equipment we use for quality assurance on construction sites. We use these items throughout the construction stage and we can check the key structural elements of your building. Also here at CSI, we can facilitate material testing. What we do is with our pinpoint location, we will extract the core material and outsource it to a lab for multiple types of testing. We can also do the same with reinforcement.
He's up on the transitions, Finn. We'll talk to Butters next. He's our site expert. He's just up in the car park scanning a wall.
Cheers, Sam. How's it going? So here at CSI, we can come to site and gather information for either detailed analysis of the building you're looking at, or we can do a mark out on site. For image scans, we take and record the information, which provides the reports, or we can do mark out on site. So you can come and do your core penetrations or whatever you're doing without hitting any major reinforcing.
Thanks, Butters. Next, we'll talk to Daniel, our R&D leader, about ultrasonic testing, or UT for short.
We use ultrasonic testing at CSI to determine a number of different structural elements and have developed applications for this technology in cooperation with Callaghan. One example is to investigate dross specs and their grout fill level, as well as the bar height.
Cheers, Daniel. We're going to talk to our Auckland leader, Ronald, about anchor testing now. Ronald? Ronald?
Hi, Sam. So anchors is usually used for steel plates to attach to concrete or masonry for strengthening purpose, and CSI can help in evaluating the capacity of this anchor connection to make sure the connection doesn't fail before the connecting members.
Cheers, mate. Right, one final message from the directors, Jane and Michael.
One thing that gets us out of bed every morning, apart from a hungry daughter and 2 hungry pussycats, are the innovative developments here at CSI. We're very honoured to have been able to work with Callaghan Innovation and also a highly qualified team of technicians here in the office.
Can't add to that. That's a wrap.